The name of this poet is called A Poet's Heart. A poet's heart is sensitive to the touch. At the slightest touch, it bleeds onto the pages. It beats true with knowledge, wisdom, and compassion, full of things to share with the world. A poet's heart is patient and gentle, but also strong and brave at the same time. It gives compassion to the mind, it sensitizes the poet's intelligence, and strengthens the poet's resolve. A poet's heart is the heart of understanding, strong and wise and full of pure magic and license that edifies the reader and listener. A poet's heart is good, full of goodness to share with man, and that is great, and that is great.
Have you seen kids come in to Fire and kind of just, I don't know, just kind of bloom? Like you see them come into themselves?
It's a very treasurable experience to just like have somebody and they'll be like, a little shy, a little something, and they'll just kind of do that thing where they like close their journal a lot. And then like 3 months later, they're like, hey, I wrote another poem. Like, they're just like ready for it. Or they're like performing their poetry in front of 100 or 200 people. And they're just open. And there's one thing to see the artistic growth, and it's another thing to see the human growth.
Art and justice.
Yep.
What kind of drew you to those two qualities?
To me, like, art and justice are married. They're right ventricle, left ventricle. Like, people don't get free without art on a personal level and then on a public level. So we're very clear that our young folks don't just want to draw flowers and they don't want to write poems about, like, I don't know, like dogs.
Yeah.
They want to write poems about what they see in the world and what they want it to look different as. Yeah. Because they have to imagine the world looking different than it is right now.
My one hand holding tight to the monkey bars, nails biting palm, cramped and clammy. This hand has never been loved into stillness, has never been cradled without resistance, has never punched without regret. My fingers are long, bony as branches of maple trees. My palms hold stories that will not fit comfortably. My wrists, thin as bibs busted open, echoing through the hallways. Other girls forget my name, call me nothing. They see the way I walk into walls, not sure enough to claim ghost or body. Is there calmness in calamity? Maybe Kali knows by her many hands. Watch her sift through the ocean, waning. Watch my one hand let go of those awful bars, now holding my other hand. Come celebrate. That was that one.
How important is it for kids to be able to have this space?
So we're working with teens, 14 to 21, and it's at that really critical age because most youth stop going to out-of-school time spaces after middle school. Mm-hmm. And that's also when the biggest existential questions come in of like, who am I? Who can I be? Mm-hmm. And that's also when huge threats come in, where sexual violence comes in, where criminal offenses might come in, where there's risk all the time. Mm-hmm. And so we are that space that's safe, that's open till 11 p.m. on Friday nights, that's just sort of allows it to happen.
What are some of the workshops that you do?
Yeah, so one thing we like really try hard about is like to not be corny and to not have like an after school program, but really be that like a workshop space, which means every time you come to Fire, you're going to create something. Yeah. Every time. And when you're part of a workshop, you're kind of held to a higher standard as an artist. So it's not just dropping in, but really like coming in and reading poetry, digesting it, creating.
I've been a fiend for the microphone since 19. Since me and Swift made 16, but it's been my life dream. I dedicated all my all into the rhyme schemes. And now it's 5 years later, still ain't with a signed team. My heart would break to be an artist. I have no other skills, this music is my only option. Can't work this dead-end job any longer. I ain't Nelton's father, never knew mine's either. I'm a goner, so I guess it's time to get gone. And who would miss me? I have no accolades. A tragic reason why I shouldn't still procrastinate. If I don't make it doing something before I pass away, And all the special treatment Grandpa gave was just a waste. You really had me thinking I was born to be amazing. The talent show in the making, there is no more debating. I owe it to the both of us to be the best. Everything that I can, George Austin Harris made me all that I am. I know we grow from what we used to be, so I know this ain't where we supposed to be. And yes, my story's growing close to be the end, but I know there's still more to see. I know we grow from what we used to be, so I know this ain't where we supposed to be. And yes, my story's growing close to be the end, but I know there's still more to see. Thank you.
So who is Fire for?
Woo! As one of our youth would say, they said fire is for people who need to be heard. I think that's really, really real. And like, what's also cool is this is not only a place where like you can speak, but also where like you will be listened to. And also where you can take that next step of an action, even if it seems small, even if it means like youth asking a question at a city commission forum, which is something that we did. And I was just so happy because of course it was like our youth who were like, why aren't there benches in Kalamazoo? Like, I ride the bus 6 times a day and I just want a place to sit. And I'm like, yo, that's real. This city does need a few more seats.
What would they walk into when they walk into Fire?
You'll walk in and there's always music playing. Then you're gonna get a little snack situation. You'll get a journal, because everyone here has a journal. And then you'll be given a lot of prompts and performance opportunities. I'm not a teacher, I'm an adult ally, which means that I hope I can be a person that can be an ally to your young person, where they're just like asking them the questions at this point in time in their life, of asking like, imagine who you will be in 5 years. And what's stopping you from believing you're gonna be here in 5 years? Like, that's the kind of things that we're doing, is just holding up that mirror. And it's like, this is a safe space for them to experiment with that. For them to be like, I don't know if I'm actually a girl. And we'll just be like, do you want us to call you they? It's just like, we're just ready for it. And we need more spaces like that.
Well, Allison, you are planting some good seeds here.
I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky to work with the young people I do.
Walking down the street can be dangerous for a black man. Doesn't matter if he's selling weed or not, has kids or not, all seems like all black males have to check their backs. Gun strapped on waist or gun in hand, no matter what, somebody's always scared of a black man. Ex-con, ex-slave, he's been walking these streets for days, walking with his earbuds in, hood up, hands in pockets, hasn't even hurt a fly. Cops still stop him, ask him some questions about a robbery and a homicide, say that he matches the description, like all black men are tall, dark, and wear the same black hoodie walking down the street. Walking down the street with his son or daughter to the park, shot down through the heart, all because he was a black man walking the streets. So many blood splats on the sidewalk, body in the street, Jay is gone, kids crying, black man walking down the street. Too black to walk down his own street. Walking down the street can be dangerous for a black woman. Doesn't matter if she's wearing a business suit, a tight skirt, or basketball shorts. She's always seen as eye candy. All the stars showing young black girls that having a body like Nicki Minaj and Blac Chyna is what every woman wants. What about the Michelle Obamas, the Maya Angelos, and the Alicia Keys, and the Rosa Parks who parked herself in her seat to provide equal rights for all black women? Raped, robbed, or murdered, just walking her kids to the park. Cops harassing and questioning about her attitude. Was the stop fair or not? Did she resist or not? Was it suicide or not? Not all black women live in the hood or have the same attitude and smack in their lips. Not every black woman is on welfare and a single mother at age 16. Black women do want more for themselves. And I do believe a black woman when they say they want more for their community, their kids, and their black men. Both black men and women all have to be careful walking down the street. We all need to stay together for us to survive, because the streets can be a dangerous place. Fist up, don't shoot. But if you do, just remember that my love will flow not my blood.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.